Hello, this is Hilary from Aquafortis Astrology. So this is the astrological weather for the third week of June 2019. So this week starts with a full moon at nearly 26 degrees of Sagittarius on the 17th, to be precise, on the 17th of June 2019 at 10:31 UTC +2. It is the last moon before the eclipse season begins, and it somehow closes a cycle on different levels. The lunar mansion that this full moon occurs is the 21st, called Al-Baldah, the city, and the image that is linked to this lunar mansion is a man having two faces, with one face facing forward and the other face facing behind. So when this lunar mansion comes out, it heralds endings. We have arrived at a dead end, and we need to cut loose what is not worth carrying anymore. It is interesting that this full moon and its lunar mansion comes out in the middle of all the mayhem that is happening on the Cancer-Capricorn axis. Last week we saw Mars and Mercury shaking hands with the North Node and bracing themselves to Saturn's huge no wall. This week, Mercury and Mars in Cancer will have to see the second part of the Cancer-Capricorn axis, and that is meeting Pluto's nuclear transformation. All these planetary interactions are already incorporated in the full moon chart. That is, they are already within range that their action can start happening, that you can already feel them. So as much as Jupiter in Sagittarius ruling this full moon is helping us, uplifting us, giving up optimism, helping us to have faith, there are things we need to go through. This full moon in Sagittarius will keep a candle alight when all the rest will feel quite dark and gloomy. On the 18th of June 2019, Saturn in Capricorn and Neptune in Pisces will have a quick chat. It might feel like some weight is temporarily lifted from our shoulders, but it won't last long. On the same day, at 18:04 UTC +2, Mercury and Mars in Cancer will join forces. Both Mercury and Mars are going through a lot lately, and this change is going to be emotionally charged. Not only because it's happening in the sign of Cancer, but because Mars gives voice to Mars' frustration, and Mars fuels Mercury's emotional delirium. The moon at the time of Mercury's and Mars encounter is on the other side of the zodiac in Capricorn. And we know that the moon in the house of Capricorn is not happy at all. This will greatly increase the already present dichotomy of wanting to delve into emotions, talk about them, do something about them. But on the other end, there is also that attitude, it's business as usual. On the 19th of June 2019, at 12:55 UTC +2, Mercury in Cancer faces Pluto in Capricorn, whilst at the same time, the moon in Capricorn is embracing Pluto just after managing to get out of Saturn's sickle. This is a tricky situation, with the moon finding himself ambushed by two great forces that never had much compassion for the moon. Due to all this, Mercury in Cancer will be able to feel both sides of the story, making more intense what is already intense. I'm not sure we will find all the words we need to express what we're feeling, but will definitely be worth it. It would be definitely worth a try to express what we're feeling. On the 20th of June 2019, at 05:26 UTC +2, it's Mars time to face Pluto in Capricorn. This is bring the shovel and dig until you're exhausted time. So last week's pattern was, first we felt the urge to act, but we found the wall blocking us. Then we decided to go all graffiti on the way, expressing our inner turmoil. This week's pattern sees us facing first our worst fears and urging us to give them a voice. Then we are urged to take action on what has come out of that vocal exchange. At least by now, the moon is in Aquarius, giving us some sorely needed detachment from all the emotional upheaval. On the 21st of June 2019, we have Neptune starting her 4 months reviewing cycle. Outer planets retrograde for quite long periods, so in the end, it's not a big deal. Unless you have personal planets being touched by Neptune's hazy stare. Then at 1754, UTC +2, Sun enters the house of Cancer, marking the summer solstice, the longest day and the shortest night in the northern hemisphere. And the Sun reaches its highest point in the sky, and for 3 days it will seem to stand still. The last event for the week is Venus in Gemini, chatting with Jupiter in Sagittarius at 1844 on the 23rd of June 2019. Venus in Gemini loves making connections all over the place, whilst Jupiter in Sagittarius loves giving a broader unifying meaning in life. So I imagine Venus in Gemini telling Jupiter in Sagittarius, "Oh, come on, Jupiter, stop philosophizing, please. I have still tons of people to reach out. Come on, chop, chop, chop." Jupiter in Sagittarius answer, "Venus, but can't you see that there's something behind all those people you're meeting? It's not a coincidence, you know." So I think Venus and Jupiter connection will bring us haphazard encounters, casual encounters that eventually will become more meaningful connections later on in life. It is another tense week, folks, so hold on to your hats and just go one step at a time. So happy birthday to you all Cancers out there, and happy summer to you all. Should you need any guidance of how to navigate these energies, I'm available for private consultations. Before you go, please remember to let me know what you think. Thumbs up, share, subscribe to my page. Bye for now and good luck!